It's only the second day for this week's 3 families in the House of Tiny Tearaways. On top of dealing with all the parenting problems, today, Tani has got to make the biggest decision she's faced so far.
Do you think you should move out today?
What do I look like? A what?
It's all right to cry.
I know we're not making her happy.
In this building behind me, 3 families are searching for the solutions to their problems. The person they hope has all the answers is clinical psychologist Dr Tanya Byron. She's been given just 6 days to solve the family's eating, sleeping and behaviour problems in what she hopes will be an environment of mutual support. The design and construction of the house has been completed in conjunction with a committee of childcare experts to make sure that it's a safe, fun place for kids to stay, whilst also recreating a realistic and practical home environment.
Can I help them? Of course I can. Can I help them in 6 days? I don't know.
The Dixons, Mum Sarah and Dad Darren, have brought their son Harrison here in a last-ditch attempt to control his antisocial behaviour, as well as his sleep and food problems. Single mum Sarah McMillan doesn't know where else to turn. Her daughter Kelsey's explosive tantrums have made life a living hell and torn their relationship apart. The Field family have come here to put a stop to 2.5-year-old Ryan's aggressive behaviour before someone at home gets seriously hurt. These worrying problems are an enormous mountain to climb, and with only 5 days to go, it's impossible to say whether Tanya will come out on top.
Oh, he's on his motorbike. Where are they going?
Since their arrival yesterday, the Field family have felt frustrated that 2.5-year-old Ryan has yet to display any of his usual bad behaviour or tantrums. In fact, Ryan has almost been impeccably behaved.
You're
Can you go and get the plate for me? I don't believe it.
No, I don't.
Thank you, darling. Good boy. Thank you.
At home, mornings are a particularly difficult time for the family, as Ryan usually wakes up angry and grumpy. Will his first morning in the house be any different? Dad Mark is making breakfast for Ryan and his 6.5-year-old brother, James.
Look! Uncle Mark!
What's the matter? I know, I was...
Look,
There it is.
Uncle Mark, what did you there?
Milk!
Oh.
Oh. Do you want it pinged?
Yeah. Nothing. Nothing.
You don't want it pinged?
No.
Okay.
Does he give it to you? Oh, no.
No, you want... All right, I'll do it. You want it pinged now?
No.
Okay. Have you seen the mist outside, James?
No, Mark. No,
You don't want it?
No.
Shall we give it to James then?
No.
Just hold it. Take it back to the room.
At home, Ryan's tantrum would have escalated dramatically, but uncharacteristically, and to everyone's surprise, this morning, the tantrum simply fizzles out.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Hold it. Chuck it.
Chuck it, throw. Ready, steady.
Oh! Oh. It's alive!
Was that funny? Yeah.
Single mum Sarah McMillan wants to improve her relationship with 4-year-old daughter Kelsey and control her explosive behaviour. Yesterday, Kelsey had a series of tantrums from the moment she arrived to when she went to bed. Mum Sarah already employs a time-out strategy, but it's not having the desired effect. Tanya has asked Sarah to join her for their morning consultation.
Do you think you've taught your daughter how to argue and fight?
Probably, yeah.
And how do you think you've done that?
Either by listening to me and my family, or maybe just my expressions.
Okay, well, today I'm going to work with what you know, and that's time out, but I want to shape it up because there are some things that are wrong with it.
Yeah.
I've got an example of a time out, and I just want you to watch it with me. Yeah. There you go. You're going to hurt yourself. Come on.
Right, well, hold your arms again then.
I got hit the nose. Inside my nose.
I'm not sticking my finger inside your nose. Get out of it.
What did that look like to you?
It didn't look very nice. Didn't look very caring or anything.
But it looked like a game.
Well, where Kelsey won't sit down, I try putting her back, putting her back, putting her back.
I've seen that.
And because she won't stay there, she thinks it's a game. So I actually sit and hold her.
It's interesting that I actually don't think you're doing the right form of time out. I think it's too physical. You were holding her,
Yeah.
and
Head
you were
away, yeah.
you had your head away, your head away, and you're holding her. You're not actually holding her very effectively, and I'm worried about this head because she'll either smack her head on something or she's going to break your nose.
She hits right on my collarbone.
Yeah, so
and the bang and the thump, it hurts me and it's going to hurt her.
Yeah, so we're not going to use this one anymore.
Yeah.
That's not the right one for you because I'm worried about the restraint, and I don't think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
There is a version of it that I would teach you, and I have taught parents, but I don't want to teach it to you because you and Kelsey have such a physical relationship. There's the restraint, there's the smacking that I've seen her do with you, and all of that. I think we need to just take it, pull it right back.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put her in her room or in another room and shut the door?
I've tried that and she comes straight back in.
Well, why don't you hold the door shut?
I don't like that.
I don't like people locking doors because then the kid's doing that and the door's locked and they can't get out. If you hold the handle, then she knows you're there. But don't get in a tug of war.
Yeah.
Do not talk to her through the door. Do nothing. Time out should never exceed anything in my book more than 1 minute for each year of the child's life.
Yeah.
So she shouldn't be in time out for more than 4 minutes. The question is, what do you do when you then open the door and she's
not calm?
And she's not calm? The aim of timeout is not initially to get your child to be calm. It's to give them a message. A very powerful message is, I won't stand for this.
Yeah.
And if you don't behave, the last thing you're going to get is me. Now she wants you big time.
She wants the attention, so she's
That's
not
right.
getting it
So
for 4 minutes.
It's an extreme form of ignoring.
Before long, Mum Sarah is putting her new time-out technique into practice. Tanya stays close by to help her through it.
Kelsey, would you like to help? Kelsey? Kelsey, turn around. Kelsey, would you like to help me unpack my bags, please?
No.
Can you help me unpack my bags, please?
No.
Right, you can go into your bedroom.
No.
Stupid bitch.
Mummy!
Right, now you're listening to me. No, don't hide behind the door. Right, you were in your room because you wouldn't calm down, Kelsey. But you've calmed down nicely, that's well done. Would you like to come and help me unpack the bags now?
Oh, we coming.
No, just put them in the drawers. Would you like to come and help me put all my clothes away? Yeah, thank you. Well done. That's a good girl.
Where's the lady?
Can you see how effective that is?
Yeah, brilliant.
More effective
Yeah.
than what you've been doing before.
Now, Mummy didn't even know that opened.
Clever girl.
Well
Now,
done.
lots and lots of praise.
No, we're going to put these in the
Do you know-
drawers.
do you know-
Yeah.
Good girl. Very
Oh,
good.
you want to put them in there?
Lots of praise.
Do you want to
Clever
put them in there,
girl.
Kelsey? Are you going to put them in the drawer?
Clever girl. I'm
Thank
going
you,
to
well done.
just let you get on with this, but I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
And does that feel good?
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well
That's when she
done.
knocked on the door. That was horrible.
Very polite. You're a very, very polite little girl. Can I just say to you, you're being a very nice little girl now, aren't you? Do you think you're going to get some more stickers today? Can I see your beautiful face? Could I have a cuddle, please? Because I just feel like one, because I think you're lovely. Thank you. And would you like to give your mummy a nice big cuddle? Because she's a fantastic mummy. She's the best mummy in the world, and she's yours.
No, that's his special seat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that was very nice of you to give it to him. You ready? Hold on.
Toni, yesterday was assessment day. How do you feel about the families now you've met them, seen them in action?
Well, I have seen them in action, but what I haven't seen is any action in the field family, which is worrying me because I'm concerned that Ryan's behaviour is so context and environment specific that actually bringing him into this house, we're not going to see anything.
Like he will only be naughty at home?
Yeah.
And why is that? Why hasn't he kicked off, if you like, in the house?
Some children, their behaviour is so specific to certain environmental cues, which particularly I would say are his parents and familiar places, that he starts to kick off. That he's come into this amazing house with all the toys and the other children, and he's getting, you know, so much stimulation that actually the behaviour isn't coming through. My worry is if the behaviour doesn't come through, I can't treat it, and if I can't treat it, am I wasting the field's time? And also, are they using a space in the house that another family could make use of? You know, I'm balancing it up in my mind. We could wait another day, but then they're very anxious and on edge. I don't want them to set their child off just for the sake of it. But also, if we wait too long, then actually the possibility of a third family coming in who I could work with has gone.
When you started this project, did you think this would ever happen? That a terror would come in and just be adorable?
I worried, actually, it would happen more than it has, interestingly enough. I do think the environment has changed all the children's behaviour slightly, but this is actually the first child that I've experienced in this way, so I'm actually surprised this is only the first time.
Breakfast nicely.
Yes,
Tanya has
hopefully.
now
It
been
does
observing
get
the field
hospital.
family for almost 24 hours and caused them to the consultation room to broach an incredibly difficult subject.
We've got a massive problem, which is that we don't have a problem.
Yeah.
So I really need to talk to you about that.
Yes.
Because I'm actually concerned that this environment...
He's not going to produce it.
Exactly. Which leaves you with a really difficult situation that I think I need to discuss with you today, and we need to think about it, because there are other ways I can help you, but it may not be in this house.
Yes.
Basically what has happened is that your son's behaviour problem is context and environment dependent.
I think so.
It's completely environment dependent, and it's to do with the home.
Yeah.
Do you think, first tough question before we get into what should you do differently, do you think you should move out today?
I don't know.
I'm not sure it'll happen in here.
So from my point of view, there's a commitment to help you, and I'm also saying to you that if you do leave today, then I will do everything I can to make sure that we set up situations for treatment to occur, but to occur in the environment where the problem happens, because if it doesn't happen here, I can't treat it.
No, that's right.
So let me leave you for 2 seconds, all right? Have a chat, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
All right then.
Yep.
Okay.
You go first.
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, she's right.
I mean, I would agree. I don't think it'll happen. He's not going to misbehave.
No, well.
He is not going to pick up stuff and throw it. Pick up his knife and fork and throw it. I thought maybe this morning when we were at breakfast, because it was only us, but even then he sensed...
Slight belligerence, but not a lot.
It's frustrating, but it is the right thing to do.
With their minds made
Hello.
up, Tanya returns to
Take
get
us a
their
few seconds.
final verdict.
What's your
We
answer?
think we should go.
You're gutted, aren't you?
I am,
You
because
look
I
really
wanted
upset.
it to be sorted.
Yes,
know.
I
So
would
it's
like
gonna
to
take
sort
longer.
it. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. No, come on. We've got to do this. And then I'm going to tell you exactly how we're going to sort this, because it will
won't
be
feel bad.
sorted. It will be sorted. I really feel for you both. I can't tell you how bad I feel for you both. Tell me.
I think...
What is it, Mum?
I'm looking for a really happy life.
Yeah.
And
It's not stupid.
I know we're not making him happy.
You're not making him happy. Is that what you think? Why do you think you're not making him happy? Because he has tantrums.
Yeah.
I cannot fault your parenting skills. Trust me, I'm trying. I'm looking. I was scrutinising everything you did with your children yesterday.
So if we're playing together and he does it, if he does start getting nasty, violent, throwing things around, and it's just us playing, what should I do in that situation?
Say, while you play like this, Daddy's going. And
So I just walk
walk
off?
out the room. Absolutely. Because what are you saying to him? You play nicely, you've got Daddy all to yourself. You play horribly, Daddy goes. The world for kids is black and white. It's good fairy and bad witch. That's what it is, isn't it? But there's always a happy ending.
Tanya has gathered the families in the lounge to inform them of the situation.
Right. An interesting bit of news, really. Do you want to share the news?
We're going to go home. I think the feeling is that Ryan isn't in this environment going to play out. It's very much explicit to at home or if we're out as a family. So I think that, you know, it's great. He's got too many distractions here. He's going to have the whale of a time and it's not actually going to help us. As I think you've probably seen, he's not really done a great deal wrong.
He's not actually been naughty at all, has he?
So,
yeah, exactly.
I feel that it would have been sort of a waste of everyone's time if we hang around and do it here rather than try and maybe do it at home. So you might still see us.
Yeah, I mean, are you okay, you guys? Is it a bit weird? You've just all got to know each other and then it's like...
It's sad knowing that they're going to be going, but then you can see it from their point of view as well.
Because like, if we was in the same position, we'd do the same.
Yeah, and I'd want you to do the same because I want to help you. I've only got a specific amount of time. I might as well help you when you're in the place where the problems are than keep you here and nothing's happening. So the difficulties for you guys is new family coming in, so obviously we've got to set all that up and think about that because you've established yourselves. If you just want to hang out for a couple of minutes, I'll come and get you when I'm ready for us to go. Sure. Is that okay? Because we need to start working.
Yes.
There's work to do in the house.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right, see you.
Lovely meeting everybody.
I hope it all goes well, and I hope it all sorts
Good luck to you.
Yeah,
I hope it goes okay.
See you.
Yeah, bye-bye. Good luck.
See you later.
It'll all turn out fine. Yeah.
As 2.5-year-old Ryan's
Here we
aggressive
go.
behaviour
Daddy's
has not
running.
manifested itself
got
here,
everything?
making
Is
it
this
impossible
Harrison's?
for any treatment to be
No,
carried
sorry,
out,
it's this
the Field
Ryan's,
family
yes.
are returning home
We'll
to
take
where
that.
the problem occurs.
Come on then, we'll say
Yes,
goodbye.
Daddy
Say bye,
help
bye,
you with
bye,
it.
bye,
There we go.
Kelsey.
Can you carry on?
Bye, Harrison. Bye, darling. Bye, good luck.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you indeed.
Thank you for coming.
That's all right.
Sorry to see you leave,
Where's
but
the wine?
you can do it at home.
The wine.
Where's the wine? Now your alcohol problem emerges.
Yeah,
It's too late to do anything about it.
Thanks a
Right,
lot.
see
Take
you.
care. I'll speak to you soon.
Yes.
All right.
Ryan.
You can do it.
We can.
know.
Should we get in the car?
I can't believe I've got all teary.
Oh, they're going. It's strange, isn't it?
Bye.
Tanya has advised Mum Fiona and Dad Mark on how they should start dealing with Ryan's behaviour and will continue to work with them from home instead. It's the second day in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and already it's all changed. The Field family from Croydon came looking for help with their 2.5-year-old son Ryan's tantrums and aggressive behaviour at home. After a day of observation, Tanya has had to break the news that this environment was actually suppressing the problem, making it impossible for her to treat it. So the Fields have returned home, where the problem was triggered, and Tanya will continue to work with them from there. Mum Sarah and Dad Darren Dixon have brought 5-year-old Harrison to try and turn around his behaviour problems. Harrison shouts, screams, and even lashes out if he doesn't get his own way. He also has a very limited diet and usually sleeps in his parents' bed. Tanya is concerned by the negative attitude Mum Sarah has towards her son, and coming to grips with it has been an uphill struggle. Sarah McMillan has come with 4-year-old daughter Kelsey. Sarah can no longer cope with Kelsey's tantrums and bad behaviour. After a day of explosive outbursts yesterday, Tanya wants to work with Sarah on new ways she can regain control and rebuild the shattered relationship she has with her daughter. With considerable upheaval caused in the house, Tanya's got her work cut out and she's going to get her plans back on track. Still to come, a new family arrive at the House of Tiny Tearaways.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
With precious time already lost, Tanya meets the Dixons for their morning consultation. Yesterday, Tanya discovered that the relationship between Mum and Dad Dixon and their son Harrison wasn't as it should be.
Some days I just hate Harry, and I just... I know it sounds really horrible, but I wish I never had him. And
she wants to explore this negativity further today.
First 3 words that come into your head to describe him to me.
naughty, demanding, and loving.
He's naughty and he knows he's done it and he knows he's in the wrong and he'll just say, "I love you, Dad," straight away.
Yeah.
And
so
you
that's
love
his
him?
way of diffusing. Yeah, we love him a bit.
Do you like him?
Not all the time.
I think you've got a very negative attitude towards your son. And I think he's very unhappy. I think behind the naughtiness is a lot of anxiety and unhappiness. Does it feel like I'm telling you off?
No.
No, glad to hear it. It's hard to...
It's just amazing that...
somebody can pick it up so quick.
Yeah.
But if you sort of reflect on yourselves, why don't you look at yourselves then? Have a look at this. I want to show you a sequence of tape, and I want you to tell me afterwards why you think I've shown it to you, okay?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so have a look at it. See what you think.
Come on. Get your feet around the chair and sit and eat. No. Don't ask for nothing later.
You're not having nothing later, Harry. Don't get private. Yes.
Harry. I think I should sit you on one of those seats there. Turn around and eat your dinner.
What did you see there?
I couldn't speak. I couldn't lower my tone. My tone of my voice was quite harsh, I think.
Okay, here's the next bit. I tell you what, shall I close my eyes? And then when I open my eyes, you show me that you've eaten a little from the corner, and this green sticker goes straight on there. Okay? You tell me when you're ready. Tell me when you're ready. Not looking, not look. He can't do it. Kiss me in the mouth. No! I gave him a motivation and I praised him every step of the way. I'll be really frank with you. I'm really concerned about your parenting. I think your son is very unhappy. I think you've blamed him for being a monster almost. You set him up to be a problem. I think when he cries, I think he's genuinely sad. Unless we can get to the root of why you find it so difficult to show your son any positive emotion, we're going to get nowhere this week.
I'm not a very emotional person.
You don't show me emotion either, though.
I had that zapped from me.
You don't show me emotion either.
So Harry doesn't feel loved, maybe. You don't feel loved.
No.
Do you feel loved in this family?
Yeah.
How do you feel loved? How does it get shown to you?
Because I'm going home to my family.
If you lost your
say
family, if whatever, what would that do to you?
It's just another thing I'll deal with.
If
I would deal with it. I'm not... Death was forced upon me when I was 7 years old. I know it's part of life from a very young age. I know people die. I say my real dad died when I was 7.
How did your dad die?
Cirrhosis of the liver, heart attack, everything. Drinker, smoker. Died when I was 7 and he was only 31.
Wow.
I was in the room with him.
You was the only one, weren't you?
You saw your father die.
I was the only one in the house with him. I was sat next to him when he croaked it.
Do you feel that when your father died and you saw him die, a bit of you inside died?
Well, yeah, because I'm a spitting image. And I did
You was close to your dad, though, weren't you?
It's all right to cry, you know.
Twice.
It's all right to cry. I think that Harrison is banging on the door to get some of this from the two of you. He doesn't want to just hear that you love him, he wants to feel it.
Every 7-year-old wants their dad, don't they?
Absolutely, but your little son, he really wants his dad, but now you're so frightened of that connection because what if you lost it again? So bang, we'll just...
Put the shields up. No.
I can see that you love your son. I'm not saying to you that I can't see that.
That's the bit that hurts when you say that we're bad.
I don't think you're bad parents. Why on earth would you put yourself through all of this unless you have something that you really want to change? That makes you good parents in my book. I think your parenting skills are not very good. I think that you are on the money though. I think you know what the problem is. It hasn't taken me very long to get us to this point.
In order to help them be more affectionate towards 5-year-old Harrison, Toni has asked them to spend more time playing with him today.
Not me.
Ready? Should we chuck these in? What Mummy looks like with balloons on her head. What's Mummy look like with balloons on her head? Does Mummy look good?
No.
No! What do I look like? A what?
No.
No! What do I look like?
Nothing.
That was a horrible word, wasn't it? You was playing nicely then, wasn't you?
Give me back.
Right. Not repeating it.
Ow.
As well as teaching single mum Sarah McMillan how to carry out a more suitable and effective means of time out to control the tantrums, Toni has encouraged Sarah to be more positive and praising with 4-year-old daughter Kelsey when she's well behaved. This will show her which type of behaviour receives the most desirable attention.
You having a good time? Yeah?
Are we staying here?
For another few more days?
Why are we not staying here all day?
Well, we are staying here all day. But we're going to be staying here for another few more days, and then after a few more days here, we'll be going back home. And you know what's going to happen when we go back home?
What?
Mummy's going to try her hardest to stop shouting at you. Yeah? And you know what else Mummy's going to try and do?
Yeah.
Well, Mummy's not going to. Mummy's not going to hold you anymore. Yeah? Would you like that? Mummy not stops holding you. Well, we still have our cuddles. We still have our cuddles and kisses, as we always do. But you know when Mummy takes you to the stairs if you've been naughty, and I hold you on the stairs, Mummy's not going to take you to the stairs anymore. You want to cuddle, do you? You want me to stop the swing? Yeah? Oh, come on then, Pickle. Oh.
After observing the Dixon family for 24 hours, Tanya wants to work with Mum Sarah and Dad Darren on positive play.
Come on, come and do some
At
bricks
home,
with Mummy.
Harrison is aggressive, swears and lashes out, and Tanya thinks this may be caused by the lack of positive attention he receives from his parents. She set up an observation session in which both Sarah and Darren will spend time playing with Harrison whilst the other parent observes, so they can see firsthand how it affects Harrison's behaviour. Mum Sarah is the first to play with Harrison.
I think this is going to be a big castle, isn't it?
That's going to be big.
Is that going to be big? Is that going to fit us all in?
That's my...
Oh, God, this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Isn't it?
Does this play happen a lot between Sarah and Harrison?
No, very rare.
Oh, wow, I'm smiling.
She's very good. Why doesn't she do it more?
I don't know.
Harrison's going in with us.
No.
What about if Harrison goes in his own room up here? Because I think it's a nice room that Harrison's going to go in.
Harry was born after you'd been together how long?
Well, we've been together 9 years and he's 5, so 4 years.
Right. Before Harrison came along, had there been any other
What?
pregnancies or...
She lost one, yeah.
She lost
Last
one?
one miscarriage, yeah.
When was that?
Right at the start of our relationship. I think it was about 19 weeks pregnant, I think.
Almost halfway there?
Yeah.
Right.
And she lost the baby, yeah, so I think she got really
Should we write your name on it?
wound up and tense about it, like, for ages.
So you didn't name the child or?
We had a name picked out, and it's the name of Harry is now Harrison.
Okay.
The doctors always said never choose the name that was going to be your first child.
Yeah.
But we liked the name so much that
Right.
we did it anyway.
But she was what, almost 20 weeks?
I think so. She knows the weeks more than I do. I don't get involved in
Right.
things like that.
I think we should swap now. But as you go in, you could say, if you say, okay, if she doesn't spontaneously go to give him a kiss and a cuddle, you could gather your whole family up in your arms and give them both a kiss and say, I've just watched, you're just so lovely together. You could initiate it when you go in.
Yeah.
Go on then. See you
Go
then.
on then.
Go on then.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy that one, Mummy?
yeah,
Mummy's got to go in the room now.
me.
Yeah.
No, me.
You want to give Mummy a kiss before she goes?
Do you want to give me a kiss?
Yeah.
My mum going home.
No, she's going in the room with the lady.
Give me a kiss. Take that out of your mouth.
Take that out of your mouth, you monkey.
Oh. Do you want to give me a hug?
Big squeeze.
Big squeezy, squeezy.
See you in a minute. You look good with Daddy.
Show Daddy what you was doing.
My cookie's name.
Whose smart car is that?
My
Is that
What?
because you were 5 years old?
no.
That
I found
was
it quite hard.
Did you?
Yeah.
Very interesting because you made it look so easy.
Did I?
You look like an absolute champion there. That was a training video in how to play with your child. Look how happy you are. I've not seen your face like that much. Did you love it?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you love the kisses at the end?
Yeah.
Is that the dog's ears?
Yeah.
You got really big black ears like that. You's a monkey, you is. Is that Mummy? She looks like Tony Blair.
Normally you wouldn't be on the floor playing like this because you get home from school and you're thinking, got to cook the tea, got to clean the house, got
Yeah.
to do this, got to do that, got to do the other. When you see this, what's more important, having a clean house and a perfectly cooked tea, or this? What's more important?
What is Sully? Sully's a...
Dog.
Right, so what does a dog begin with?
Some snake.
No.
Ducky duck.
Ducky Duck.
Yesterday I think he was quite an unhappy kid.
And today, you've seen a difference in him today.
I have, you have. What's the difference?
He's got a smile on his face. He's more talking. He's open more.
Yeah. What's that about? What's changed for him that's getting him to be like this?
Us,
That's
but the way we are around him.
Good boy, you's a...
Spotted.
You poo pink.
But is it coming from your heart yet, or do you still feel it's coming much more from outside? You're having to think about it.
No, from the heart now.
Really?
Yeah, the more I've sat out there and I've thought about things and everything else, I think so. Yeah. It's something so simple that could have been dealt with ages ago rather than having to go through all this to get to it.
So in effect, it's also making you feel bad about yourself, is it?
Yeah.
I think you've got a lovely family. Lovely husband, lovely son. Do you want to go out there and congratulate them and congratulate your son on his behaviour? And do you want to have a family hug?
Hey?
Hello. Oh, Harrison's been very good out here, hasn't he? Oh, come out here. Oh, has Harry been good? Harry, come and give Mummy a cuddle. Mummy, I'll tell you what, give Mummy and Daddy a cuddle. Should we all have a cuddle? Should we have a big cuddle? What about Mummy? Give Mummy cuddles.
You's a big monkey, isn't you?
Oh. What about me?
Good boy.
Oh, that was lovely.
You's a sloppy little kisser.
Mum Sarah McMillan used to endure a dangerously physical struggle trying to time out her 4-year-old daughter Kelsey. Tanya has taught her a more suitable version of time out.
We'll start picking up the toys in a minute. Yeah? What do you reckon?
What?
We'll get all tidied up, ready for dinner.
I want you to pick the toys up so we can get ready for dinner.
Right, let's see who can pick the toys up the
Kelsey
quickest.
pick the paper up and Harry pick the Lego up. Quickest.
Yeah? Who can do it the
Quick,
quickest?
then there's a pot. Put it in.
Come on then.
Harry, do it the
Harry's doing
quickest.
it. Come on then, Kelsey.
Quick. Sue can beat. Sue can have a race.
Kelsey, can you help me pick the paper up, please? Kelsey, I asked you. Please, can you help me pick the paper up? Right, once more. Kelsey.
After repeatedly asking for Kelsey's help and Kelsey flatly refusing to cooperate, Mum Sarah decides to implement a timeout.
Right, we'll go to your bedroom then.
I am, Mummy. I am, I am going to pick the toys up.
Thank you for calming down. Right, now I'd like you to come and help me pick up the paper. Are you going to come and help me pick up the paper? Yes? Thank you, well done. That's a good girl. Come on then, let's go and pick up the paper then.
Mummy,
Well done.
you didn't want me this not to do, did you?
It's the second day in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and Tanya has already got her work cut out. Mum Sarah and Dad Darren Dixon have brought 5-year-old Harrison to try and put a stop to his antisocial behaviour. Harrison will think nothing of shouting, screaming or even lashing out if he doesn't get his own way. Harrison also lives on a diet of bread and butter and chocolate buttons and regularly refuses to sleep unless it's in his parents' bed. So far, Tani has identified Mum Sarah's negative relationship with her son as one of the core problems behind Harrison's behaviour, and addressing that emotional issue has been anything but easy. Single mum Sarah McMillan has brought her 4-year-old daughter Kelsey to the house because she finds it increasingly hard to cope with Kelsey's explosive behaviour. Yesterday was a day of tantrums for the McMillans, and after assessing the problem, Tanya is hoping to work with Mum Sarah on new techniques and ways to deal with Kelsey's tempestuous manner. Tanya has had to break the difficult news to the Field family that the House of Tiny Tearaways is not the right environment to treat their son Ryan's aggressive behaviour and tantrums. So the Fields returned home, and Tanya will continue to work with them on finding a solution to the problem. But with one family now gone, another family with a whole host of new and very different problems are on the way. When Alex met Toni Pitt in his native Tobago, she thought her dreams had come true. But 8 years later, life in a cramped flat in Croydon has turned into a nightmare. They live with their 2 sons, Tiimu, who's almost 7, and 2-year-old Tobi. And it's little Tobi who is wreaking havoc on the whole family.
Would you stop it? Tobi?
He's still breastfeeding at 2 years old, waking Mum and Dad up to 8 times a night.
Hey.
Tobi, Mummy needs to go to sleep, yes?
No. Hey, shut up, little boy. Go to your bed.
No.
Could be good and quiet.
No.
No, I don't want to do boobs anymore, baby. I'm tired.
Oh, sake.
I don't think Tobi's ever really slept through the night, and he's been breastfeeding since he was born. So, but I get the feeling that he's been waking up more in the last few months because I seem to be more tired.
And most of the time when he wake up, just keep crying. And you boop, boop. That's all I hear him saying here. You want this boop, boop.
Alex wants to stop breastfeeding, but ends up giving in to Tobi every time.
Is Daddy right?
Our Daddy's downstairs because Daddy got cross.
Dad is eventually pushed out of bed and ends up sleeping on the sofa every single night. Being continuously woken through the night is taking its toll on Alex and Toni's relationship.
It's not a good start to the day, is it, if you haven't had enough sleep? And it's not a good start to the day if you and your partner are fighting with each other because you haven't had enough sleep. I guess we're devoting so much energy to Tobi that we're not able to give each other anything.
And on top of the arguing, Toni doesn't offer the support that Alex would like.
I think I need Toni to help me do this, and Toni to take more charge of feeding him or dealing with him when he's waking up, because on my own I can't do it.
I try to help out, but he just wants his mummy, you know, and by trying to give him a help with that, he get worse.
Go in your bed.
No.
Toni and Alex have finally reached breaking point.
I'm just really drained emotionally.
And I don't think I can take another year going through not non-sleeping, because it's really started to affect.
Whatever we're trying isn't working, is it?
Let's go in.
Oh. Tiimu, who's nearly 7, leads his younger brother, 2-year-old Tobi, and his mum Alex and dad Toni into the House of Tiny Tearaways.
In the other door. There's some people in back here. This opens towards us. In you go.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Balloons.
I'm Alex.
Hello.
Alex.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah, by the way. I'm Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi,
I'm Toni.
Toni.
Nice to meet you.
This is Kelsey.
Kelsey.
That's Darren, my husband. Hi.
All right. I'll see you in the kitchen.
There's Tiimu and Tobi.
Tobi and
Tiimu and Tobi. Tiimu the little one.
No, Tiimu's the big one.
Tiimu's the big one.
Tobi's the little one.
Tobi's the little one.
Much food.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the house.
Yeah,
Hi, Toni. I'm Tanya Byron. Nice to meet you. Hello, Alex. Thank you for coming in.
That's okay.
How do you feel?
Quite nervous, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
Don't be nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. I'm just going to watch you all the time, take apart your parenting, and then help you.
Okay, so nothing to worry about.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Let me meet the children. Hello. Hello.
Tobi, he's excited.
Hello, Tobi. I mean, come on, look at this.
We've lost Tiimu. Oh, that's
There's Tiimu there.
Hello, Tiimu. Hello. I'm Tanya. Will you shake my hand? How are you? What do you think of the house? I see you're cleaning. Thank you. That's great. We can do with a bit of floor sweeping. Have you seen your bedroom?
No. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to have an explore? First of all, look at that. This is a cool room. This is a cool. Can you decide what you want to achieve in this house?
Okay.
On the boobs, off the boobs.
Okay.
On the boobs during the day, but off the boobs at night, or off the boobs completely. In the bed next to you. I mean, what do you want?
Do you know I have a real problem with giving up the breastfeeding myself, because we don't intend to have any more children.
I'm a mother myself. I remember that feeling.
My last baby.
Yeah.
That's why I'm finding it difficult, I think. And I did like the breastfeeding, and I still quite like it in the day, you know, just once or twice in the daytime.
Sure.
So, but I know that it has to be a time when I do stop.
Sure.
And so psychologically, I've got a problem with stopping. I think.
And do you want me to help you with that?
Yes, please.
Because my question to you is, who are you feeding him for?
I don't know anymore. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I have to do it.
But say goodbye to baby?
Yeah, he's not a baby anymore. Yeah.
It's a big decision. I mean, I suppose we have to work out together whether I'm here to help facilitate making the decision, or whether the decision is made and I'm here to help facilitate making the change.
It's that, because I can't do this forever. He's 2. He was supposed to stop before he was 2.
It'll be good. It's going to be good.
Okay.
You look very anxious, so the first thing
I
need
think I need
to
a cup of tea.
Have a cup of tea, and I just need you to feel that you can kind of just chill, take in the atmospheres and everything.
Didn't attempt it.
At home, Harrison Dixon will only eat chocolate buttons or bread and butter.
put him off.
Today,
wouldn't it?
Dad Darren and Mum Sarah
used to
are going to try
having
and
a
want something
bottle.
considerably more substantial,
I
a
didn't
roast
even know
dinner,
if Kira
hoping
put
that
away
with
my
everyone else
fucking
sitting
mop.
down to eat, Harrison will be encouraged to do the same.
Go on, sit up there, look, with us.
Kiss Mum.
After your dinner.
No.
I'm going to mash your dinner up.
Kiss
Come on, up here with us.
No.
I think he's got this spoon here, but I don't think he'll...
Why is he this anxious when he's had quite a relatively a nice day with his mum and dad?
Because this is a completely and utterly new experience for him. And he knows that all he has to do is go "Wah, wah," for a while and he'll get milk and buttons.
It's hot.
Look at Kelsey, look, she's eating lots. Look, it's nice, just try it. Come on. You don't like what?
A lot of food, I have to say, for a
Big food, not
5-year-old.
a child's plate. Yeah, big mistakes, all mistakes. But that's good. That's what I need to see. How intimidating is that for a little boy who's never eaten that kind of meal before? Grown-up plate, grown-up portion, grown-up spoon.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yummy,
Come
yummy,
on.
yummy, yummy in your tummy.
Why don't you like it?
Daddy took ages cooking this.
Daddy cooked it and Mummy's
Especially for
upset.
this big boy.
Because Harrison's been good today and he ate that bread and he ate the cheese biscuit. Didn't he? And that yoghurt, that mousse. And that was really brave of you to do that, wasn't it? Harrison.
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
It makes you into a dad.
Is he after attention here, or is he properly scared of the food?
He's just completely unfamiliar with what's going on here. Telly's on, drinking milk, eating chocolate buttons, that's what he knows. At table, in chair, huge plate of food, never seen before.
Oh, do I see Harry lifting the spoon up? Do I?
You.
You're lifting the spoon.
I saw that spoon moving.
Quick, Kelsey's giving you...
So it would be
Look,
nice if
Kelsey.
they can let's play that game.
Oh, it's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
With everyone's attempts at getting Harrison to eat falling flat, Tanya joins them to try herself and get a better understanding of Harrison's refusal to touch his supper.
Hello, hello. Hello, sweetie pie. So, really good attempt. Feeling a bit anxious now.
No, just more...
Confused, what do we
Yeah.
do? Okay, well, first of all, I saw you touch your spoon. Very, very good boy. Would you like to have a sticker for touching your spoon? Which one would you like? Well done to you. Well done. Give me a smile. Give me a smile. If you don't mind me saying, kind of a couple of mistakes here, but I wanted to watch. You've given him a huge amount of food and...
Yeah, well, he asked for that.
Right, okay. Well, what I'd like to try and do, something, if that's okay. Can I just get on with something?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, let me just see what... Harry, which is your favourite colour? Which is your favourite colour?
Green.
Which one, darling?
Green.
Green. Okay. Right.
Remember, what I want though, I'd like you to
For a child that's not used to eating like this, he's done extremely well because he's sat at the table, he's not got down and run away. He's done really, really well. What we need to do is just reduce that hugely.
Yeah.
Reduce
I
that.
thought that it did look too
Anything
big.
on here he would eat? Potato?
Just stick to the chicken.
Stick to the chicken. So if I just do a tiny, tiny bit of chicken. All I want you to do with the chicken is put your spoon in and take it out. That's all. That's all. Just like a game. Put the chicken on your spoon and just hold it so it balances. See if you can do that. There we go. Hold it up. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the chicken and it falls on the plate. Oh no! Do you understand what we're doing here?
Yeah.
It's fun. Right, now, I'll tell you what we could do. Do you like the taste of chocolate buttons? Do you? Right. If you put a piece of chicken in your mouth, you can have a chocolate button and you can put it in at the same time if you like. So you put that in your mouth. Ready, steady, go. Go on, in it goes.
Good boy.
Can you do it? No, is that too scary? How about then that we put the chocolate button next to the chicken? The tiniest bit of chicken. Do you want to try it, darling? He's quite nervous of the food that he does. He's actually, because you've never taught him to know it as anything that he's familiar with. So this isn't willful. This is just, the whole thing is completely alien to him.
Having spent a few hours observing the new arrivals, the Pitt family, Mum Alex, Dad Tony and their two sons, Tiimu and Tobi, Tanya decides to talk to them about the problems they're having with weaning 2-year-old Tobi off breastfeeding.
He's completely in control of you and your breasts, basically, isn't he? Are you both in agreement about this?
Yeah.
But are you both in the same emotional space about this?
No.
You are just like...
I just want him to stop.
It's got to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you are...
Like, I want it to stop, but it's hard.
You want it to stop in a nice fluffy clouds kind of way so he's not upset and you're not upset?
Yes.
Okay, right, let me tell you that's not going to happen.
Okay.
And you're giving him lots of mixed messages. So I kind of feel sorry for him because he doesn't know that you want to stop, because sometimes you give in, sometimes you don't.
I have thought about that, actually. I've thought that it is a bit confusing.
With a child of his age, with any kind of behaviour, if you don't want them to do it, you have to say no and you have to follow through.
And that's what I'm not doing, I suppose.
I mean, they're very accessible, aren't they?
That's another thing. I've got bras that I can wear where he can't actually get into them.
Yes.
And I don't wear them. I wear the ones which he can get into.
So you're very ambivalent about this. Tony, why don't you just take him off and take him away?
Yeah, that's why. Because normally do we?
And just say no. Just say no.
Okay.
And that little face is breaking your heart.
Yeah.
Okay, and he can see you doing this, so he's thinking, I can get mummy and I can get her boob.
Yeah.
I cannot help you, Alex.
Right.
Unless you are very clear in your mind what you want me to help you with.
I didn't think the problem was so much to do with the breastfeeding. I thought it was just to do with the sleeping.
It's all connected.
Right.
His sleep associations are sucking on your breast.
Right.
He wakes briefly in the night, and the only thing that he knows will get him back to sleep is sucking on your breast.
Right.
His sleep associations should be in his bed with the light out. After a story and a kiss, you leave the room, he falls asleep on his own.
Right.
At his age, 2 years and 1 month, he should be able to do that.
I love you, Mummy.
No. She's all right, isn't it?
I mean, my feeling is, Tony, you're going to have to do the nighttime stuff. Are you up for that? Can you do the whole night shift?
It's all right.
Do you want to just put him in the bed tonight, sit with him until he falls asleep? If he's crying a lot, you're just going to need to kind of keep calming him down, but not too much chat. Just lie with him and shh. Do you feel ready for this tonight?
Yeah. Well, that's the reason we came here, so I have to be.
Time for bed in the House of Tiny Tearaways. 4-year-old Kelsey McMillan has settled without a hitch, and even after a few tears, 5-year-old Darren Dixon has drifted off by 8:30. However, there's no sign of such an effective bedtime routine with the Pitt family. Earlier today, Tanya asked Dad Tony to put 2-year-old Tobi to bed in order to help Mum Alex make the break from breastfeeding Tobi to get him to sleep. It's nearly 11 o'clock, and Tobi just won't settle for the night.
Are you rolling? Are you rolling?
Mum Alex decides to talk about her frustration in a video diary.
It's been quite a stressful day, really. Yeah, no, our problem is Tobi not sleeping at night time. And he hasn't even gone to bed yet tonight. And I have to kind of break away from him. And it's really hard for me. Tobi doesn't look like he's suffering though, so it's probably just me. I think Tobi's just very excited about the house. Oh no, now he's thinking of going into bed with me, which is probably not a good idea and not what we wanted to do.
Just put this paper back.
Mama.
What about Daddy? What Daddy need? Eh?
I need Mama.
What Daddy need?
It's almost midnight now and 2-year-old Tobi has finally fallen asleep. But will he wake during the night and disturb his exhausted mum and dad, demanding the feed he's become accustomed to? And will Tanya be able to help them in the few days she has left?